It's been a while since I posted up some Mass Effect 3 gameplay and shit, so I figured, you know what? Fuck it, might as well get back into the shit now that another DLC pack was just released. Now, obviously, for you eagle-eyed motherfuckers that'll notice, the gameplay has nothing to do with any of the Earth DLC content. As of yet, obviously. You know, it's gonna be a minute before I actually get some footage and some ideas on to do commentaries and all that bullshit. So, eventually I'll get something out on the Earth DLC, but for now, I got some other shit coming up. Obviously, Mission Impossible's coming up, so I need to finish that first before I get into some other commentaries. So for those of you who keep asking, when's Mission Impossible? When's Mission Impossible? Now you know it's coming. Shut the fuck up already. Now, anyway, what I got for you today is some of the highlights from some of the weekend fun me and my friends decided to have. And this was the game that we actually had the most fun with. Krogans with Claymores. Now, before people go getting their panties bunched up in their ass, there's a few things to note. First of all, the majority of us do not play with Krogans, let alone on gold. I mean, I'll use a Krogan soldier on gold every now and then, you know, for shits and giggles, mostly on silver and bronze, but rarely I'll use the motherfucker on gold. I have done it, but it's rarity. Now, since we were just bored of beating the shit out of the game with every other enemy in our usual classes and whatnot, we decided, you know what, fuck it, let's just go all Krogan. And Hatred, being the kid that can't read or follow instructions, he wanted to use the Krogan Vanguard just to be different. Now, I've used the Krogan Soldier on gold, like I said, and usually what I do is I beat shit up in the early rounds, because obviously the early rounds are going to be low-level enemies. That way, in the later rounds, everyone else can carry my big fat ass. I mean, eventually the dude becomes useless. I mean, you're going to get the big-ass enemies that just kill this motherfucker. But obviously, with 4 Krogans, we're all going to be useless at some point. So, you know what? If we team up together, then we can all be fucking useless together. Now, Hatred's logic was the 3 of us were going to have grenades. And he was like, you know what? I don't feel like having a grenade. I don't have to worry about the ammo and shit like that. So he went with the Krogan Vanguard just because, like I said, he doesn't follow instructions and shit like that. But anyway, here we are. We all decided to use the fat bastard and shit like that. And the funny thing is, going into this room, we were all like, we're going to fail this mission miserably. You know, the Krogan can't roll out of the way of shit. We have no direct power that's really useful other than obviously pure strength and shit like that. But if you want to face a Phantom, what the fuck could you possibly do? So basically, our whole goal of this game was to headbutt the living shit out of as many enemies as possible. And amazingly, we actually passed this fucking mission. And you know, we did it in a decent time too. And I know plenty of people out there are gonna be like, oh, Krogans are great on gold, or 4 Krogans are easy to survive on gold. I use a Krogan all the time. Oh, blow it out your ass diagonally, motherfucker. I really don't give a shit. You know, the fact is, as fun as the Krogans are, and as much health as they have, they're not that great for gold. There are plenty of other classes that do a whole lot more damage than a Krogan. I mean, for example, Biotics, they do a shitload of damage. Tech damage, that shit does a crazy amount of damage, obviously infiltrators and shit like that. You know, there are plenty of other classes, you know, but the one persistent power that the class has is Carnage. That's it. That's all it really has. Infernal grenades have to constantly be replenished. So you're obviously babysitting an ammo box if you want to get some ammo and shit like that, if you want to get your grenades and whatnot. So Carnage is the only true power that you can spam. And obviously on the Krogan Sentinel, it's also the same shit. If you want lift grenades, you gotta go find the ammo. Oh man, that shit is so fucking annoying. And that fortification power, man, it's fucking useless as a porn star with herpes. I mean, seriously, that power is useless. And I know people are gonna say, oh, well, you can do this, you can do that. No. The power is fucking useless. I know it lowers the damage you take. I know it also increases the damage you can put out. But on gold, you take a shitload of damage from everything, so a couple percentage points of health is actually going to save you ass. Then, the power that it actually gives slows down all the other power. Well, you only have one fucking power. It slows down the incinerate, but it doesn't help your other powers. So basically, it is just a fucking useless power. I'd rather have a shitload more melee damage so that I can take a stupid ass death from trying to beat the fuck out of something. And you see it, man. All we do is we take the stupidest fucking deaths this round. Now, obviously, I'm skipping over some shit like that so you guys can see in the background. I'm skipping from wave 1. We're just gonna do the wave 3 mission, the wave 6, 10, and the extraction. That's all we're gonna do in this video because obviously I don't have time to show everything. But man, we take some of the stupidest fucking deaths, and you guys are just gonna be laughing your whole time at this shit because it's fucking funny. You basically play as a Krogan, you're gonna die all fucking game long, man. But the point of this, man, was to all have fun with this class, which is a perfect time for me to mention that I'm going to be doing my first community event this Sunday for Mass Effect. Now, I mentioned in a couple videos ago that I was going to be doing some open lobbies and shit. Now, obviously, I've been playing Mass Effect since fucking March. So this is the only game that I planned on playing. But yes, we're going to have an open lobby on PlayStation 3. So for those interested, there is a link in the description over to Prestige Gamer so you guys can go sign up and that shit. Now listen, don't be that idiot in the comment section who asks, what are the details? The fact is, the details are in the link. I don't want to have to repeat myself, and I don't want to have to embarrass you. Now, as a fair warning, for those who would like to sign up for this shit, the events we're doing require that you've played the game for a bit. If you go out right now, buy the game for the very first time tonight in the hopes that you're going to be playing, you're going to be sorely disappointed when you don't have enough shit to participate with us. Oh, and real quick, one thing to mention right here, you guys are going to see, when we do this mission, this is what we call the pizza delivery mission. I don't know, came up with that name, but that's exactly what the fuck it is. Basically, you got to pick up this object and bring it all the way back to the extraction. Now, what you guys are going to notice is, I'm going to headbutt my way all the way there. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? The fact is, when you pick up that stupid thing, you walk a whole lot slower. Now, I have on what's called an adrenaline mod. Basically, it's called sleight of feet. That's what it is. It allows you to run a little bit faster. It allows you to move a little bit faster. However, with a Krogan, you can actually headbutt, and because the headbutt projects you forward, it moves you a whole lot quicker. So since I have that adrenaline mod on, I can run faster than anybody in the room, I figured, you know what, let me take this shit, and on top of the headbutting, because the headbutting is just getting you there a whole lot quicker, it moves the shit 10 times quicker. If you were to just walk forward with the shit, you walk slow as shit. If you walk backwards, you actually walk faster. If you walk sideways, you walk faster. But the headbutt, the Krogan headbutt, is actually the quickest way to get there. So that's why you guys are looking at that shit and probably wondering, why the fuck am I headbutting the air? That's why. It's a little trick that we know. But anyway, getting back into all this bullshit. Now, unfortunately, this is not like Call of Duty. You know, Call of Duty has like private lobbies and shit like that where you can control the equipment, set the guns for everybody in the room. Doesn't matter if you have it unlocked, it doesn't matter if you're just prestige. They basically make it so that it works out all fair for everybody in the room as long as the host knows what the fuck he's doing. However, in Mass Effect, there are no test rooms. There are no private rooms. You are thrown straight into the live co-op servers. So that's your warning. If you haven't played the game and you haven't bought the shit, do not go out and all of a sudden just buy and say, hey, I'm going to be in the open lobby. No, you're going to be fucking miserable in that open lobby, and we'll probably have to kick you. You know, because the fact is, a good amount of the shit that we have is because we've been playing this game for so long. You know, you have to go out and play the game, you have to buy crap, unlock crap. When I mean buy crap, I mean like use your in-game credits. I know you could actually spend real money to get shit like that, but don't spend your money. I'm telling you right now, people out there, do not give BioWare and EA any of your money, whether it's $1, $2, $3. Don't do that shit. Do not buy shit. You know, you can earn it playing in-game, getting credits and shit like that. But like I said, man, this is going to be all fun and games, all on Sunday. The link is in the description. Now, we're going to do all kinds of shit. You know, we're going to do probably some Krogan only. We're going to do some Krogan only melee games, which should be fucking hilarious. Probably do some Nova Guard only, because I can only imagine the fucking amount of fun that shit will be. So basically, we're going to do all kinds of shit. You know, it's sort of like when we play in Call of Duty private lobbies where you do knife only, and this gun only, and that gun only. Basically, any stupid shit we're going to do, we're going to have a whole bunch of fun. Now, the only thing is, obviously with co-op, there's only 3 people you can fit in a party at a time, so obviously space is extraordinarily limited. Alright, now that I got all that shit out the way, let's get back into the games. You guys can see, like I mentioned, I've been skipping around and shit because obviously this is like a 30 fucking minute video. And I'm not about to sit here and commentate that shit. I've said that before, so anytime it comes to Mass Effect, I'm just going to shorten this shit out. I'm not going to break it into 2 videos. I mean, plenty of times I could do a 15-minute video and then follow it up by another 15-minute. Oh, fuck that bullshit, man. So we shorten this shit down to actual playable time. Now, the funny thing is, when we play this map in particular, Glacier, what we do is we roll as an entire team because this is one of the few maps that allows us to do that. The map layout is perfect for that. It's a very small map, and I believe it's the smallest one in the game, and it also has a shitload of close quarters combat. So the best thing to do is move as an entire team together and beating the fucking shit out of anything in front of you. Now, usually we do this with biotics, and we just go to town on the enemies. So running a whole bunch of Krogans in there with a shotgun, basically the same shit. You want an up-close fighter that fucks shit up. So that's why we chose this map, so we could do our Krogan only. You know, a larger map, we would have got the shit kicked out of us. Now, the other maps, you can certainly do this, but the layouts just don't work as well as this one. Some maps are split up so badly that you have to have 2 people look one way and then another 2 people look another way. That's just how some of those maps are to force the spawn points and shit like that. But this map is so small and it's basically built like a square. It's not a perfect square, but it's built square enough where you can basically stay around the perimeter and shoot everything that moves in this motherfucker. So that's why you notice that we actually move as an entire team. Now, obviously with the objectives, and we're doing the pizza delivery and the target assassination, and then we got to do this fucking upload bullshit. Obviously, what we're doing is we have to actually get somebody to do the objective. So yeah, we do break off at our points, but you see, we revive each other, we still work as a team, and basically, we got through the motherfucker. You know, at the end of the day, that's what you want to do. You want to be able to pass the shit kick some ass, make your money, get your credits, right? That's all the fuck you want to do. Now the funny thing is, man, when we joined in this room, we were like, we have no power to deal with the Phantom other than brute force. And the fact is, on this map, you always have to look in your back because she will impale you directly in the asshole with her sword. I mean, that chick is crazy, man. She got invisibility, she got a little hand cannon, and then on top of that, she had this one kill with a damn sword. It fucking pisses you off. So you have to watch her. Now, the big reason why people pick the Claymore shotgun is because of the power. You just can't fuck with the amount of power this motherfucker puts out. I mean, this thing puts holes in an Atlas's ass. I mean, that's how you know that this shit is fucking powerful. And if you know how to do the reload cancel on this joint, oh man, you'll be firing this motherfucker non-stop. And the Krogan's pretty decent at the reload cancel. He's not as good as the Infiltrator, not as good as the Human Soldier, but he's decent enough. I mean, when he uses this shit, he's gonna do a shitload of damage. So, you know, you combine the power with the reload cancel, you combine a Krogan's crazy ass strength, you combine his extra health, and this motherfucker does crazy damage. Now, actually, when I make my Krogan Soldier, I actually put a Claymore on him. I like using the Claymore, so this was like nothing for me. The other people are like, oh god, I actually have to use the Claymore. You know, it's not as versatile as the Get Shotgun. It doesn't have the 5 shots and it can travel all the way across the map. But up close, this thing is powerful like a motherfucker. Now, unfortunately, in this round here, we're not going to get a full extraction because Bite Crazy happened to get fucking impaled by that goddamn Phantom. But you know what? Him dying is actually going to allow me to finish first in points. So that made this shit perfect. I was like, yes, him dying, I'm guaranteed to finish it first. And right here, we all got fucked up by the goddamn Phantom and Atlas and shit like that. As you can see, we're trying to hold down this goddamn, the extraction point and shit like that. So basically, we're all fucking dead here. And we're like, alright guys, time to revive. We're waiting for the final seconds. Because you know what? There's no point in reviving yourself, getting the shit kicked out of you. So right here, I'm just waiting for the final seconds to revive myself. They see a fucking Phantom sitting on my dead body. So I'm just hoping right here not to get fucking impaled. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bitch. So I'm gonna run around right here and end up in the extraction. And like I said, we got the shit kicked out of us this fucking final extraction round. So anyway, there's the end of the game. Yay, we survived with all 4 Krogans, with the exception of Bite Crazy and shit like that. So anyway, that was my game for our old Krogan only. Like I said, guys, weekend challenge, link in the description. Go check it out. And those who are lucky enough to get in, we're going to have plenty of fun this weekend. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit. And for all those who get to play in the community event this weekend, we'll be having tons of fun, and the videos will obviously be posted up sometime soon.